So this film starts from a time when the world had progressed a lot. All the bad things from the world like war, hunger, dangerous diseases, everything had ended. Now there was no shortage of food anywhere in the world, and neither was there any disease that could not be cured. The biggest thing is that going into space had become common. Everyone could now go to the city in the sky comfortably. Meanwhile, we see the character Max in the story in a spaceship. Max was also very fond of traveling, so he went out to roam the galaxy in his special spaceship. He was very fond of visiting every planet and learning about their lifestyle. However, his family always told him to just come back and focus on his studies. But since he was not fond of studies, he did not pay heed to his family's words. Suddenly, a piece of rock hits Max's spaceship, due to which it goes out of control. The system started malfunctioning, lights went out, alarms started ringing. Seeing this, Max tried to bring spaceship down quickly, but the system got completely damaged and spaceship started falling. Soon the ship landed on an island of an unknown planet, and then Max got out of the spaceship before it exploded, and now he was stuck on this unknown island. There was no one to be seen anywhere who would come to his aid. This island was very strange. It was like a desert. It was not very dark, just silence, which created a frightening atmosphere. Anyway, now Max starts roaming around this island. Coming to the forest, he saw some utensils. The fire had been extinguished a few days ago, which clearly meant that someone else was also living here. And then he saw a creature who was silent. Max tried to talk to her, but she ran away in fear. She was not able to understand what kind of world this was. Then suddenly a loud sound is heard, with which a soldier appears in front of him. He immediately aims his gun at Max and starts shouting at him in some unknown language. Now Max is worried. He is neither able to understand what he is saying nor understand anything. Then Max takes out a device from his belt, which is a kind of translator that can translate any language. Max puts it to his ear. The soldier thought that this was an assassin, so he fired bullets at Max's belt, and the next moment he arrested him and took him with him. He brought him to a strange city which looked like Earth, but was a little scary too. Here soldiers wearing black dirty clothes were roaming around, with guns in their hands and helmets on their heads. Strange drones were flying everywhere. Soon, Max was brought to a lab where there were some scientists. They actually thought Max was an alien, so they put a helmet with a device on his head because they wanted to know every secret of Max by reading his thoughts through this device. But soon they started to feel that he was not an alien but a mad person. So it was decided to send him to a mental asylum. This task was assigned to a senior soldier named Guy. Suddenly everyone started singing loudly, which was the song of love in their hearts for their country and government. Looking at them, it seemed as if they were under someone's control and there was nothing else in their mind except this song. Max found all these things very strange and funny, and at the same time he was also getting suspicious. But suddenly a soldier fell on the ground. He started having convulsions. So the authorities picked him up and took him away, seeing which, Max's suspicion increased further. Now when Max was being taken to the mental asylum, he was seeing the bad conditions there. How bad everything was. Roads, buildings were broken, and there were strange towers at every 2-3 kilometers. He asked Guy about this. What are the towers for? Then Guy says that what is it? Nowadays the number of rebels has increased a lot. They keep coming here, so these towers were installed to protect them from the enemies. While they were talking, suddenly there was a huge explosion in a tower, due to which the burned debris of the towers started falling on them. There was chaos everywhere. Some people ran away while some got crushed under the debris. A big rat entered Max's truck, due to which Guy got trapped under it. Now Max, without wasting any time, quickly uses all his strength and pulls Guy out and thus narrowly saves his life. Seeing this, Guy understood that this cannot be any ordinary boy. Well, now Max comes to know that there is a rebellion going on here. That is, those who are called rebels are standing against the government because they dislike the methods of the government. Therefore, the government wants to maintain its power by building this tower. These people move forward on foot. After Coming to the city, a powerful man is shown who is the head of the research department. He orders his agent to bring Max to him, whereas the same Max is burned in a big tank this time because the scientists wanted to test his brain from inside. But then the agent of the department head takes Max from there without anyone's permission. Meanwhile, we see a lawyer who was keeping an eye on Max for a long time. But when he saw the time, he got very nervous. He quickly went to the bathroom and got locked up. But suddenly he also starts reading the same Dora. When the agent was taking Max, he was also sweating while looking at the car again and again. Suddenly he also read the Dora, and seeing this, some people capture the agent and take him with them, and the people around start singing Grr once again. Now people seeing Max start calling him Bob because he was not singing Grr like them. They started shouting at him. Then, taking advantage of the stampede, Max runs away from there. Now it is known that there is a group called Fathers in which all those fathers rule here, including the head of the research department and his agent. Now some of their roles are the same. If any father made even a small mistake, then the other fathers used to kill him. Now Max went to a bar where he liked the waitress very much. Both of them talked for some time and became good friends. Another rude customer started misbehaving with the waitress. Max tried to stop him, but both of them started fighting. He attacked Max many times, but he made every attack ineffective because he had a lot of strength. After this, Max told the waitress the whole story of how he came here. During the conversation, he came to know that the waitress was Guy's sister. The waitress was taking Max to her house, so he also agreed happily. But when both of them came out of the bar, that rude man came again. This time he had brought his goons along to take revenge from Max. Now Max also knew how to deal with them. As soon as they attacked with swords, Max dodged easily. And now they pounced on Max, but it was not affecting him at all. He knocked them all down. At the same time, the rest of the gang also arrived who had big weapons. One of them put a rope in Max's leg while the other attacked with a weapon. But he used their own weapons against them and killed them all. Now only that rude man was left. He threw the gold device towards Max, which had blades attached to it. But before anything could happen, Max dodged easily. After coming home, Max told Guy that this is very wrong. Guy told him that it is okay and we should adopt this method. Since everyone knew Max now, the agent came to catch him. But before that, the head of Fathers wanted to test Max's loyalty. So he took Max to the forest and made two rebels stand in front of him and asked him to kill them. Max says that I will kill them alone, not in front of everyone. But after taking them some distance, he leaves both of them. Eager to return, he told the head of Fathers that I want to leave the army. Hearing this, the head became furious. He pointed a gun at Max. Although Guy stopped him, he fired many bullets at Max, to which he got very injured. Now the head forcibly took Guy with him while leaving Max's dead body there. On one hand, all the fathers were planning how they can kill all the rebels at once. On the other hand, the rebels were searching for Max's body in the jungle. They found the body, but when they saw it moving, they were very shocked. Because yes, Max was still alive and all his wounds had healed very quickly. Now all the rebels started telling Max the truth. They say that these towers were not installed to protect the planet. Rather, such signals come out of these towers, which tamper with the minds of humans. That is why suddenly twice a day something starts happening to people and they start singing songs in love of their planet's country. But there are some people who are not affected by these signals. Rather, they start getting hallucinations. As we have seen earlier also, such people are labeled as rebels by the government so that they can be killed. Hearing this, Mac understood that this system is very bad. Then once again, the signals started coming from the tower. The rebels sat down with sticks in their hands so that their ears would not be blocked while running. The lawyer was also doing the same, and since Max was not affected by signals, he started helping the others. Soon he joined the rebels and they decided to blow up the tower. So he secretly entered an area of the tower. As soon as the rebels opened fire, all the soldiers became alert. Max was moving at a high speed. Whoever came in front of him, he was killing them and pushing them aside. The rebels were also fighting. Some were killed while some were standing behind the walls and firing. Max bravely reached the bottom of the tower and planted a bomb there. Then he used hooks to drag all the rebels, whether they were alive or dead. In a short time, Max and his team were out of danger. There was a loud explosion in the tower and its beams flew. But this ordeal was very painful, because another companion died in front of them. And now only Max and one rebel were left. Now, Max went to the waitress's house. But the neighbor saw him, so he immediately informed the police. The boy started shouting at Max. But in the meantime, the police arrived there. Seeing them, Max immediately ran away from there. He wanted Guy and the waitress not to get into any trouble, but the soldiers of the bar were already waiting for him. But here too he did not stop and killed everyone one by one. But when the head of the fathers catches Guy's sister, he becomes helpless. Seeing this, Max had to accept defeat. He surrenders himself to them. Max was thrown into prison, where there were already many prisoners. On the other hand, the lawyer was collecting information about Max. He found out that Max is not affected by the signals coming from the tower. He was very surprised to know this, and he planned to kidnap Max. On the other hand, Max and the other prisoners were sent to the forest so that they could collect the remaining weapons. While they were doing this, suddenly some robots activated themselves and started firing. Everyone lay down quietly. They also retaliated and blew up all the robots. Max tells a soldier that when I came here, I saw a creator. Then the soldier tells him that he is not a creator but a changed human. Those who are very dangerous should be killed on sight. Now suddenly that soldier fell into the pit. Then Max also jumps in to save him. It was a tunnel, so they both started digging. They see a very old lab. But in the meantime, a creator also reached there. While they were searching, the creator attacked the soldier and captured him. Before he could kill him, Max saved the soldier. Then he started fighting the creator himself, and finally captured him after knocking him down. But Max realized that if the soldier got the chance, he would kill this creator. So Max freed the creator. The next day, Max and his two friends were walking in the forest. Then they saw the lad tank, which was stuck in the jungle. Before they could reach the lad tank, the black tank started attacking them. Although they were also retaliating, none of their attacks were having any effect on the tanks. Seeing this, Max got an idea and attacked the lad tank, due to which the lad tank now attacked the black tanks. One by one, he blew up all the black tanks. Now Max quickly entered the lad tank. Then he cut all the wires and disabled the tank. Now Max had planned to escape from there, but no one else wanted to go with him, because they felt that it would not be that easy. It was not free from any danger. So Max went alone with the tank. Although several bombs planted on the way attacked the tank, but nothing happened to it. On the other hand, when the lawyer came to know that Max had escaped from prison, he got angry and broke everything in his office. After coming a little further, Max found some soldiers who were checking all the vehicles. As soon as a soldier came up, Max was happy because it was none other than a cow. On seeing him, Max pulled him inside, and then he broke the gate without stopping and ran away from there. Although the soldiers fired many shots, but there was no effect. Now the cow was quite shocked. He was surprised and asked Max, "Brother, why did you pull me in and where are you taking me?" To this, Max says, "Relax, my friend. Why did you pull me in and where are you taking me?" To this, Max says, "Relax, my friend. I am taking you to show you a new life that will be much better than here." Hearing this, both of them moved forward happily, and with this, the story of this film ends here.